Welcome guys, and today I want to share with you my deck that I brought to the tournament, and I believe, if I remember right, that I didn't lose any games with my Nuwa deck, right? It was I won all the mirrors, and I won against all my other opponents, no matter what they were playing. I do lost though with my other ones that I brought, the Norse and Roman. So all in all, I finished third, and then Mr. C4 finished second, and Mace to the Face finished first. So he is the one who's going to be going to Valencia. That's a quick update also on the big tournament. I do not plan on doing more tournaments, honestly, even though I know I can probably be in the top players. Um, it's more because I want to focus on giving you guys content, and I already don't have a lot of times, of free times, and all my free time. I want you guys to have some awesome videos, and I also want to, if I can, stream more, just because I don't have the time for that, and so I don't want to focus into being competitive too much. I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, so I wanted you to present you, and this is going to be the deck that I was playing, and I'm just going to go over it real quick for you guys, just to understand why I put each of the cards. So the first one is Crescent Blades, and why? It's because I wanted to throw off my opponent. Sometimes your opponent is going to play with the fact that you have one or two Crescent Blade in hand, and they don't expect the turn one, and it gives you a massive swing. So that's the surprise factor. Um, that's why I played him. The Mercenary is really good, especially paired with the Sagittarius. It's really easy on turn 6 when your only turn 6 is like Sun Wukong. And like the Rushing Thunder, really good against like Norse, really good to deal 1 damage if you don't have the Crescent Blade. Um, and it also affects the stones. It goes really well with Ao Kuang also. Siphon Mine, it push damage, but most importantly, even they got some synergy with the Ao Kuang, the Imperial Archer, and the other ones, but it also draw you a card, so you get to your important cards faster and faster. You get to that Ao Kuang, Dragon King, Guan Yu, Blade Masters much faster by drawing cards, and that's what Siphon Mine does. It's also pretty cheap. Hebois is also for winning board if I want to just set up lethals on 2-3 turns, or into the early game just to get to the point of the mid game where the deck really excels. Imperial Archer, of course, Imperial Guard, bread and butter of the deck. That's literally what you want to combo with your spells. Projection is also really cool, especially with Ao Kuang slash Sun Wukong slash Blade Master. Really powerful removal for high health targets, and that's what the Crescent Blade doesn't do. Recalls is just also to win sometimes, and also want to match by recalling my own Blade Master after it took some damage to be able to replay him full health, gain life to make a bigger differential, and then kill one of his units with it was really awesome. Because Hebo cannot recall your own units, while the recall spell can. Sagittarius here is just such a strong 4-drop, and it's the only one I have into the deck. So yeah, really good there. Ao Kuang, I mean, you all know Ao Kuang, really powerful. Dragon King finish off his game, especially, just really good. Guan Yu also really amazing. Sun Wukong is a big threat also, and often you want to play him in the back with Eagle form, so then you can just go whatever you want into the map, especially that the Ox form is bugged sometimes. And the Blade Master is just so strong for healing slash removal slash pushing damage and or finishing the game. So that is the deck that I was playing in the tournament, and let's see if I can still do really well with him into the ladder. Just gonna jump into a game real fast, show you guys a little bit. I'm gonna try to be more like analytics of the game I'm going to play. If it doesn't take too much time, we'll play 2. It really depends how long it will be. Like I said, I don't have much time. It's already really late here. And I'm actually recording this on Sunday night because I won't have much time tomorrow. and even if it's patch day, I won't have much time, you know, to play the patch. I will try my best to give you guys a first look if it's the patch tomorrow, but if not, I'll put this one, and then if not, I'll just use this game footage at some point. So we're, it's on the 25th of the Sunday, right? That I'm recording this one, and though we will see when I post it, could be really interesting. But yeah, that, like I said, I am going to try to be analytic, and even if it goes to the new patch, right? I didn't include I didn't play the decrypted bowman, who is going to be nerfed in the next patch. So like I don't know if the list will change that much, especially with all the new changes. But we'll see. Probably some cards, but this list will probably be really strong still. So we got Imperial Archer. We go against Warrior Grey. Um, we're just going to keep the Yao Kuang, shuffle that, and that's gonna be our start. Yeah, that's pretty powerful start. Going second, meaning that we'll have the mana potion. We'll just do a Crescent Blade. No matter what, your first turn, you always do a Crescent Blade. Some exception the only exception, should I say, not some, the only exception is when you want a Mana Potion and Imperial Guard here because your opponent didn't play anything. But even though, if you play something that is range in the back like an Apollo, then you can only move there. He boosts it, he trades into you. You didn't have the Crescent Blades to kill him. So the safest play 100% of the time is to make a Crescent Blade the first turn. Even if you're going first or second, strongly suggest you to do that. And I didn't put any 2-drops in the deck, if you realize that, and this is why, because you want a Crescent Blade. If I draw one of my Crescent Blades, it's actually really useful in the early stages of the game. So we will see what Warrior Gree is doing. Is he there though? There?
Hey, you.
It feels like he is not there. The timer's not even ticking. Okay. That goes really fast. So yeah, wanted to tell you that. Then our play after the Crescent Blade is obviously going to be dropping an Archer.
Hey, you.
So yeah, and then we can go with an Hebwa if you play something like a 4-drop. It's just not a Sagittarius, and this is why Sagittarius is good. You don't want to Hebwa it. But then we may kill them with the mana potion, and going second is really powerful because my only turn 4 is Sagittarius, right? So if you are able to make a Hebwa, mana potion, and make a Crescent Blade, then you trade your mana potion for a Crescent Blade, and it really seems like my opponent
Make a wish.
is not there. That's going to be really sad. I mean, nonetheless, I would probably not cut this footage just because I give you a lot of big insight in how to play the early game. But we'll see. And obviously, I'm going to do another game. Picking up the Yao Kuang here will be pretty huge. Now, is there anything we can do? We can probably just mana potion the Yao Kuang at this point. I should. Oh wait, there's a Sagittarius. Let's attack that and just pass the turn. I think I got one of my Crescent Blades, right? This is gonna be cool. And I believe after 3 turns, the game gives me the auto win. I should have the auto win right here. There you go. So yeah, guys, that's not representative at all. Just give me some quest progress, which is nice though. But yeah, that's really once you go, like, if you go second, it's always a little bit better also because the mana potion is really good with the Imperial Archer and or the you know um the turn 5 play if you're playing a 3-drop and making a Crescent Blade. And if you have an Imperial Archer on board, well, it's really good. If you have an Imperial Guard, it's also amazing. But yeah, that's one of the things, and that's why it's such a huge deal to go seconds. But you can always overcome that, and especially into the mid game, it doesn't really matter that much, right? It's much more how you decide to play your cards and how do you play the value game, because in the mirror it's pretty much a value game. So going against Strixus is going to be really funny. Going to be a mirror Nua, so maybe that gives me give you some insight. Definitely don't want that. Definitely don't want him. Imperial Guard will be an interesting start. We're gonna have two. We'll prefer to have two archers. But yeah, we're going to go second. We're going to go with a Crescent Blade. So now here's the deal. Depending what he puts for his third turn, if he puts a guard, I'll put an archer. If he puts in nothing, I'll put a guard. Right? So let's just go into top here. He's gonna put an archer and he's gonna use his two blades right now, probably. So what does that say, right? If he even kills it, that's not the huge deal here. What does it say for me is that because he uses his two blades now, it means that he doesn't have a Now Kwang, right? Because he would have can just wait a turn, play the Ao Kwang, and free kill my Imperial Guard. But he decided to use it now, and meaning that he will probably not have a Ao Kwang, right? So we don't have to worry about Ao Kwang. I am going to put some Sagittarius here, and you know, there's nothing really much I have to do now. On turn 5, he doesn't have an Ao Kwang, but he may have another 3-drop, right? So his best play will be to make a Crescent Blade, and let me see. Yeah, I'm just going to advance once. So he's going to make a Crescent Blade to kill this guy, right? So I want to force him to spend that 2 mana to kill my guy. Pushing 2 damage right now, it's not really valuable. We're playing for the value game here. So here's the thing, and he doesn't have any more Crescent Blades unless he's playing in his deck, because of that he could play Guan Yu with the Crescent Blades, but he doesn't have it because of the last play he made, right? Going to be an Ebois and a Crescent Blade, just like I was saying, right? And he's going to have to move away if he doesn't want me to attack him. If he move, yeah, he should move away. Just for me to not attack him, because he wants to have that archer on board. Meaning that I will play my archer, right? And I will use my Crescent Blades. And I will make one also. So I'll use the first one that I made, which was this one. Just for him to sure. And I'm gonna hit that one, right? Because now I want more chances to hit one of these. So I'm gonna hit that one. We're going to kill this one. Now, I absolutely want to kill that archer, right? I don't want him to have more value in the next round, even if he doesn't have any more blades. He may have projections and other stuff. So I'm going to go in with the 50-50 here. I'm going to miss it, so I'll make another Crescent Blade to be sure to kill him, right? And I don't have my Ao Kwang also. That's why I'm doing this. If I would have my Ao Kwang, I would just play it there and probably just kill his guy and leave the Habois. It really doesn't matter for me. Or kill him with the Sagittarius. Play the archer in the back. So he's going to go with a Siphon Mine, right? And that's going to hinder him real hard right now. Meaning that he doesn't have Sun Wukong. He doesn't have Guan Yu. He doesn't have Ao Kwangs right now. We're really into a powerful play. Gonna go with another Bois. That's going to force me probably to use one of my Crescent Blades. But it doesn't matter. I got another Sagittarius, right? And on the turn 6 instead of playing the Sun Wukong. And that's why I was telling you it's really powerful. It's a shame that I got it on the same row because of Dragon King. But if he uses turns to Dragon King, make a Crescent Blade, well, it's really good for me. I can still put Sun Wukong. I do have Blade Master, right? It's about resources, and right now we are doing really great. And this is why I think I really most of my games I didn't lose them, because I was making the good reads and making sure to play, around stuff that they don't have. Okay, Blade Master is going to come down, kill one of my archer, big deal. What do we have here? Let's see. We need 5 damage, right? So what we'll do with the Sun Wukong into if I go to Eagle form, I'm gonna have to rely on one. Right, okay, we're gonna do it first to see if I can go into Eagle form, right? So we're gonna do one, because I need to be careful again if he tops that Guan Yu. and we're gonna hit here, right? I didn't get that, so I cannot go for the eagle form. I will have to go for the ox form to deal the 2 damage. So we're gonna go there. I would have wanted to go with eagle, but we're gonna have to go with ox, deal the 2. I didn't have the RNG, and the important thing here is I'm advancing the Imperial Archer, right? So that could bait a second Blade Master into hitting him, and then I could have some really easy trades with like for example my own Blade Master and the Sagittarius, and oh no, I'm not. I didn't spend the mana potion, right? Yeah, I need a projection. That will be the really good stuff. If he has Blade Master, probably just going to finish it with my Wukong. He still doesn't have any blades because he played a Blade Master. I do not have any more blades myself, but I do have a board pressure, right? And he needs to top that Guan Yu in order. And even if he has it out Kwang now, it's just not good. Can't kill any of these, right? And these are really the big cards right now that we need to avoid. He could play also Baboon, but I have my Dragon King to get that guy. Like, Baboon was something that surprised me in the tournament. I didn't really play it around. One player, Mace of the Face, had it, and I was playing my Norse, so I wanted to attack for 12 damage to his stone, but he played a Baboon before, completely negating me. It was really, really good. So that's going to be Ox form into Crescent Blade here, right? And the Sun Wukong is going to hit to take my Dragon King. He's going to stun mine. Wait, he's going to stun mine instead of attacking him. Well, that is some ballsy calls here, right? Okay, let's think a little bit here. If I go with... Okay, that means that he's going to have the means to clear board, right? So if he's going to clear board next turn, because that's why he probably will do that, I need to be careful. I need to be really careful, so I'll go with the Dragon King. Because I don't want to put anything on the board. I'm going to miss the snipe. I'm going to keep my Crescent Blade. And I am just going to take the free kill here. Right? So if he wants to invest stuff, I want to prepare to react to his clear. Right? If he has Ao Kuang Rushing Thunder, it will not be enough, right? So we're gonna see a recall here. Okay, that's fine with me. Now he cannot Ao Kuang make a Crescent Blade. He's going to make one just to kill that guy. Okay, so I was expecting much more, to be honest. But we're going to go with... Can I kill that guy, right? We're going to try it. Place it here. I'm going to go with... Oh, I can't go with the Ao Kuang and make a Crescent, 2 Crescent Blades to... So, let's see. I'm going to put some weak stuff just to empty my end. Get some damage to stone, because I'm starting to dealing lots of damage, honestly. And we're going to try and get the snipes, right? 1, 2, and then I'm gonna finish him. That will force him to have Guan Yu. He needs Guan Yu right now to come back, and he needs a couple spells, like 2-3 spells, and he has no Crescent Blades, right? Rushing Thunder, but that's gonna be without the Guan Yu. With the Guan Yu, would have all of my units will have 1 health, and you know, I did have a lot of stuff to continue the pressure. So I'm just gonna make a Crescent Blade, and I'm going to play the Blade Master just because if he has the board clear with the Guan Yu, he will not be able to... I have the lethal if I just Crescent Blade my guy with the shots. Yeah, he didn't have... you know, we did have lots of resources still in our hand. And yeah, you get the point a little bit, guys. So yeah, I don't want this video to be too long because, you know, there's not really any point into it. If I show you another game, but you get the general feeling of the deck, and it's really something that you want to play. You want to know your opponent decks, right? You want to know what they play. For example, they play Roman. You want to be careful of the Janus, the Sylvanas, the Terras. You know you're going to be fighting some Mercuries, so be careful at leaving your units at 1 health. Dishonorable, so spread them together. Bludgeon will be something, but sometimes you can't play around it because they're going to blink you in. But if you can, just try to do it, right? So yeah, and then Greek, you know, you're gonna probably be facing Thanatos, Nemesis, Tatinas. So yeah, and just be like, do a list if you want, and just check each time you are able to pass one of their big threats, and then whenever you're having more threats than them, and you get more value within them because your deck is built that way. My deck is built that way. You should be able to win. Like always, honestly. If you lose, it's probably because one, you had like a really bad draw starting hand, and they had a really good one, which is, you know, not that often, or you make a lot of misplays on positioning and on card ordering and on the cards. You spend too much resources to kill one of their strength, and then you don't have any more resources to deal with the rest. So yeah. So I don't know. It's a really cool deck, easy to pick up, really hard to master. And even though Nua, I think in my opinion, is still the best right now, but like I said, I really like this list. And like just try it, guys, and tell me how it is. Even in the new patch, it should be working really fine because of the changes. They're not really affecting these cards, should I say? Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, or you know, just subscribe. It's really helped me out. And thank you for watching, guys, again, and I'll see you in the next video.